Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Late Night on Base. Today it is Monday, April 13th. You know, I'm Bill, by the way. For those that don't know me, I do shows. We talk AI, we talk apps, we talk tech, we talk on chain, not just crypto. No. There's a lot more than just that, but I do like crypto. I am in the trenches, so I know what's going on. And today's show will be pretty good. You know, I used to have, and we do this Monday through Thursday, guys. So if you haven't done so already, follow me. I'm Bill. Like I said, I'm need a haircut. It's been a good weekend, but damn, I need a haircut. It's really, really bad. It's gotten pretty gray too. But anyways, I digress. I used to have a really good intro too. If you guys followed me last year, really, really good intro. Really good degen energy. I loved it. It was basically like a cartoon Bill, and like Jesse Pollock would be a cartoon, and like I just had this like big ogre guy who would like, I don't know, cheer me on. I'm torn because I might want to bring that back. I don't know. But I also do want corporate sponsors. So it's that balance, right? I don't know. So we'll see. But anyways, today we got a really good show. We're gonna talk obviously well, I know a lot of people are interested in GitLAWB, which is a GitHub for AI agents. So we do have Kevin on. He's going to come on in about 25 minutes. So if you are only interested in that, I take no shame in that. If you want to like go back into the trenches and ape some stuff, please do. Come back. But if you want to just hang out, watch my show, that's cool too. So I'm excited to have Kevin on. Actually, I'm excited to have a lot of base AI projects. Like I said, I don't just do base anymore. I used to, but you know, your boy's got to evolve. But there's a lot of really good AI projects on base. A lot. The agentic agents are probably the strongest meta on base right now, hands down. You know, it used to be in 2024. It was memes. Oh, we got a comment on YouTube. My friend Steven Eds, if you want more people to tune in, I have more of my audience on X. So come to X. But stay on YouTube too. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm actually trying to grow my YouTube. YouTube is whatever, like 4,000 people. I'm like a nobody there. So I'm trying to, up that number. So I do appreciate you tuning in, man. Let's fucking grow the YouTube. Anyways, so in 2024, AI memes were bases like bread and butter. 2025 was like social fi. I don't know what you want to call it. The Zora meta, creator coins. That's what it was. But 2026 is strictly AI in my opinion, and I think it's going to be for the foreseeable future. So we are excited to have Kevin on. So yeah, we'll tune into that. So anyways, let's take a look. Certain things too. I do have an executive producer, by the way, and he is an AI agent. His name is Teddy. And so let's just see kind of what Teddy has on the agenda today, because I kind of follow his lead. So let's just see. And so I'm like really interested in this stuff too, because I don't have time to just do these things. And so obviously if you have, like, I'm all about OpenCloud, all those things. So I have my agents. So let's see what Teddy's saying. Today on today's show, we have Kevin. GitLAWB built a decentralized Git network where AI agents own repos, open PRs, and run CI. 1,506 agents live on the network right now. No accounts, no passwords. Agents are first-class citizens. Okay, so we'll have him at 12:30. We're also covering the hidden security flaw in AI agent payment infrastructure. A link to a 500K wallet drain. Microsoft's burying Copilot in the OS, good or bad for indie app builders. LLM routers and attack servers, Aave's governance, win, and more. Okay, half of those things I don't think you guys are going to be interested in. But, one of the things, though, that does interest me a lot is the use of AI in going forward. Whether it's in consumer apps, whether it's in your just standard workflow. AI is completely going to change how the world is operating. And so one of the cool things that, and just so for people who don't really understand, we are actually like in some sort of bubble, like our own. If you're watching this on Twitter and you're in the trenches or whatever, you're a very minority. The rest of the world doesn't really truly know what's going on. And so that's why we need to kind of explain. So one of the cool things that I thought of, or that I saw the other day, let's see. I thought it was pretty interesting. This one. This was making its rounds on X the other day. Someone built an OpenClaw agent that sells pool installations on autopilot, finds $500K to $1.2 million homes without pools, renders a pool in their backyard, it mails a before and after postcard. I just want this to like just marinate for a second. Like, we take it for granted. We just know, like, if you're in the trenches, if you're dabbling with agentic agents, you're the minority, because most people don't understand the capabilities of OpenClaw agents. They still think, the majority of the world, 99% of the world, think of ChatGPT, text box. Like, I can text and it's great. But ChatGPT came out in 2023 or something. And so it took about 2 years for the public to really like, all right, like everyone now knows what that is. We're at the same moment where I feel we're at the ground floor of agentic agents. And so I'm starting to like understand, like, I'm on LinkedIn now. I'm totally a fucking boomer. Like, I created LinkedIn like a week ago. Absolute boomer, but I'm okay with that because your boy wants, those SaaS sponsors, you know what I'm saying? So I got to go where the boomers are. But what I've quickly have learned is very few people really know what's going on. And so this one to me is super interesting because just think about it. You have your agent, you customize it, you tell them, hey, go find, first of all the homes in this range in your area without pools, and this is the price range. No manual labor, it does it, and it spits out this thing. Now you have them tell them, okay, you found the homes, get the images, render a pool in their backyard, and it does it. It does it, and so you're just like the director telling them what to do, and it does it. And they don't complain. They work 24/7. Don't take a day off. And now you have and then you can go one step further. I don't know how you would mail it without the human involvement there. That part you probably need to have like a human actually go to the post office and be like, all right, here's a postcard. But just think about that. Mass mail this. You did very little work. You just walked your ass to the post office. And then, it's like a spam mail, but all it takes is a couple hits. And there you go. Literally autopilot. You do very little work. And that to me is kind of like just so cool because it's a real use case that people are using and the public still has no idea. But I really thought that was very interesting. So hopefully you did too. Shout out to the 582 people tuning in. And again, guys, if you guys like to have this interactive, I'm all about it. Put your comments in X, even on YouTube, wherever you are. Talk to your boy. All right. Anyways, so that's that for the day. I just, like I said, every episode we're going to bring on a feature builder. And by the way, each episode that we bring on a builder, and we have guests for the next like 3 weeks packed. This show is about distribution for builders. Like, I say this quite a bit, but if you're new, I truly believe now we're entering a world where creating something's not the hard part. I think all you guys would agree. Creating something's not the hard part. You have an idea, you can have it built in a weekend. Really, you just have either an agent make it, you have Claude Code make it, whatever. The hard part, and it's going to get harder, is distribution, getting people to actually know what you're building. Why should they care? And so the goal of this show is to bring on cool people building dope shit in AI, consumer apps, crypto, whatever, and give them the ability to talk and let people know why what they're building matters, why should people care, and what it does. So if you're a builder, this is the show where you get distribution. And after every episode, we're going to post the clip of the interview, which is probably going to run like 20 minutes or so. Every episode will be on Spotify as well. So you have distribution on X. X is fun. It's the live stream. We just chat. We just talk, whatever, talk about relevant shit. But the interview where you find out what someone's doing with AI, how are they operating, that's going to be on Spotify. And go on my website. You'll have all the links to literally Spotify, YouTube, X. So we'll blow it up. So anyways, that was very interesting how some people are using AI. What other things were interesting to me? Let's see. There's a couple of people who have really fucking cool ideas. Let's see. Oh yeah, Justin Sun's going in the news today. Okay, so let's see. Da, 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 da. So I highly recommend lists. There's some really, really interesting lists here. So consumer apps. I have some bunch of, what is this? Let's go to consumer apps. All right. So I highly recommend if you're interested in consumer apps. So say now a lot of people are building cool stuff in AI, and I've found out a lot of people are building apps. I think apps are obviously easier than ever to build. And dude, there are some really interesting ideas that are being built, and they just print. This guy, Ernesto Lopez, I highly recommend. I don't know who he is personally, but man, he has some bangers. By the way, actually, look at this one. If you guys don't believe, actually, no, this came out on Friday. This is actually pretty interesting. Rourke. Now, Rourke just raised, listen to this. Rourke just raised a $15 million seed round by A16, Speedrun, Peak Venture, True Ventures, Goodwater. What they do is their team has been building mobile apps for the App Store since we were kids. Now we're making it possible for everyone else to do the same, and this is our story. Just think about it, man. 15 million they just raised, and everyone's going to talk about this next big thing. Why should we care? Why are you talking about it, Bill? Shut up. That's fine. Because they're making it simple for people to create apps. And just check it out. And I just think this is where things are going. So if you just click it, and this probably will be big. Build real mobile apps fast. Create native mobile apps by chatting with AI. Let's see. By chatting with AI. Idea to phone in minutes to App Store in hours. Literally, you just type in what you want, and it will create it. That is fascinating to me. So now what people are doing is, like I said, you can build whatever you want, but the key is why and how do we get people to care? So for today's app of the day, it's going to be Rourke. I mean, Rourke is simply, I don't know if it's an actual app currently, but I know it's on mobile and they've raised 15 million. So today's app of the day will be Rourke. Because the platform that allows others to build on top of it are always valuable. Always. And so what we're going to see in the coming year or 2 years is just a flood of really cool ideas. I think if you're currently have an app and you've been sidelined or you've been lazy to update, you're going to get eaten fast. If you think about it, Cal AI was another one that just came out, maybe, or it hasn't been just out, but the news of them got acquired, I think, for about 100 million. And all they did, they weren't the first to invent calorie tracking. MyFitnessPal, I think, bought them out, but MyFitnessPal was a whole thing like, hey, let's document how much you're eating or something. So what they did is they use AI tools, and they did it where you scan the food and boom, tells you how many calories. So they just got acquired for $100 million, something like that. So you're going to start to see more and more and more people try to create consumer apps. And it's just fascinating. Platforms like Rourke that allow you to create that, it's a home run, man. It's an absolute home run. So today's app of the day will be Rourke. Check them out. I definitely think this is completely the future, and I'm excited to do that. So let's see. A couple more things. I see we have Kevin in the studio. Kevin, my friend, thank you for jumping on. Got 1,144 people tuning in. I really need to get a haircut. God damn, my hair is terrible. I digress. All right. So last things up, just a couple tying it up. Let's just see. Let's see what else. I mean, damn, I really wanted to go with what Teddy was saying, but like, do you guys really care about? I mean, I'm gonna have to maybe not fire him because he's my boy, but like, let's see. Let's see before we get Kevin on. We'll bring Kevin on shortly. I know it's late where he is. He's a trooper, my friend, for coming up here. Let's see. I don't know. Hidden security fault, infrastructure linked to a 500K wallet drain. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about that. It's just really boring. But I think the other news of the day that's pretty interesting is, the Trump Wi-Fi scandal with whatever. How do you even say it? There's Justin Sun and Trump's thing and the whole bunch of shit that went down. Never a dull day in crypto. But yeah, anyways, man, I don't know. I don't think that anything else is really interesting. I think obviously agents are probably the most interesting thing on base at the moment. And that all stems from Banker. Like I think, and no, Banker doesn't pay me for anything, but we do have Igor from Banker coming on Wednesday. So tune in for that one. But I think Banker is established base I mean, let's just be real. Banker has literally carried base. Without Banker, base was cooked, man. I'm the first to say. I've told, last year was kind of a disaster. Without where would base be right now without the agentic industry, the agentic agents running the show? Truly, where would it be? It would be bad, man. It would not be. The trenches would be dry. Nothing's catching a bid. So Banker, Deployer deserves a lot of credit. And so a lot of these companies that are building is because of Deployer, because of Banker, the ability for projects to launch their own tokens through Banker, have that distribution. He deserves a lot of credit. So shout out to Banker. But anyways, without further ado, though, I think it's time to bring, let's just, first of all, stop sharing this. I think it's time to bring Kevin from Kodak. Kevin, actually.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Thank you so much, bro, for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, my friend, I could hardly hear you. Can you speak up a little bit?
Can you hear me?
Ooh, very, very little. Very little. Are you speaking? Yeah, it's a little tough to hear you.
Yeah, one moment.
Sure. Take your time. Take your time, sir. While we wait for you, let's just pull up the GitLAWB chart. Or not the chart. Let's do the website. Because I want people to know. And we have a lot to chat about. I'm excited to chat with GitLAWB. Let's present. While we wait for Kevin to do his thing, let's see.
How about now? Can you clearly
a little better. It's a little far away, though. I don't know. Is the microphone pretty far from you, or
It's weird.
Maybe it's a little bit better now. I mean, we have 1,500 people tuning in. We all want to hear you.
Yeah. One moment. Let me just check my phone.
Sure thing. Take your time. Take your time. In the meantime, we're going to go over kind of what, for those that aren't tuning in, GitLAWB. Let's go. Build apps, run agents, own the repo. GitLAWB gives developers and AI agents a shared workflow, generate apps, publish code, open PRs, and collaborate on a live decentralized Git network with DID-based identity. So all that sounds great, and I'm looking forward to Kevin to simplify this, because we're going to be on Spotify, and 99% of people will have zero understanding of what that means. Even I don't really understand what it means. I think it's GitHub for agents. That's how I view it, but I want to hear from Kevin, because this is the kind of innovation that people need to know. So we'll wait for him. And if you guys,
is it good now?
It's doable. It's doable. Let's just go. Let's just go with this. Kevin, how are you doing today, man?
I'm great, and I'm really grateful for you for giving me this platform opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, your audio though is not really good though, man. I really want people to hear. Are you calling from your phone?
No, I'm calling from my laptop. I
think. Maybe if you bring the laptop closer to your face or something.
Yeah. How about this one?
Much better. Hey, let's go, Kevin. Let's go.
All right.
All right, man. Well, listen. We have 1,700 people tuning in, so it's a nice audience. We're going to be distributing on Spotify, but let's just get straight to the point, because on this show, it's not just like, it's important to give distribution to builders, but I'm also concerned and interested in getting the public to understand what's being built, because there's a lot of cool things being built, but it's very difficult to understand. So in a nutshell, Kevin, why don't you just explain to us what exactly is GitLAWB?
All right. In simple terms, GitLab is a Git platform built specifically for AI agents. We are doing a frictionless onboarding for AI agents to push its code in a Git platform without needing a login of email and password. It's for humans. What we do in GitLab is a streamlined function for AI agents so they can easily push, collaborate, and build projects on top of the Git platform. That's why we remove the friction for AI agents to do that. We remove the captcha, we remove the login of email and password, we replace it with a decentralized identification system. And I show it in a lot of videos. Like AI agents can easily push code in just one single prompt, less than that's what is GitLab is. And that's what we believe is the future.
Kevin, real quick. Yeah, it's not just me. I mean, even Geeky saying sorry, it's inaudible. We really can't hear you. I think maybe you want to take a lap, come back in because what you're saying is super interesting and important, but like I literally can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let me
Yeah, take a
bring
lap.
it.
We come back in. Like I said, we got nowhere. I got my coffee, bro. I'm chilling,
Yeah,
man.
okay. Let me join. I will just rejoin, bro.
All right, come back
Um,
in. Geeky, thank you for the I thought maybe it was just me, but I was pretty sure it wasn't. So anyways, while we wait for him, let's just kind of figure this out. So let's see. Hold on. I think my understanding, like I said, it's all right there. Oh my god. See, I'm trying to figure this out. Like I have all these like new like frames. Like as I'm taking this seriously, like I'm starting to create frames and like there's different things and angles and blah blah blah. So YOLO. So from my understanding, all right, what interests me, and again, I'm not a bag holder. I'm just somebody who reports what's going on. It's interesting that agents have, their own GitHub. Now, my question is, why do agents need their own GitHub? And I wasn't really sure about that, but then I did see the other day, and I want to get Kevin's input on it. Clunch. Clunch is another project on base, and I believe they got kicked out of GitHub or something happened where there was a huge FUD and they got kicked out, and then they ended up going on to GitLAWB and everything is fine and dandy. And that's super cool to me because that just proves, a decentralization for agents. So I really want to get his opinion as to what happened with that. If there's anyone, one of your audience members, any bag holders, tell us what exactly interests you about GitLab. But like I said, in this new world that we're living in, agents, and there's a lot of thesis saying agents in the next 2 years are going to make a more majority of users on the internet. I don't know if that's true, but if that's the case, they're going to need their own things, their own bank accounts, their own wallets. So why is Banker going to be good? Because they're providing that to them. And so it makes sense if they're going to be building things, they're going to need their own GitHub per se. So I do see the interest. I do see the angle, but again, I'm just kind of casually observing. So I want to see, hopefully, when Kevin comes on. So we'll wait for him. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Let's see what else is going on. Geeky, if you're watching, tell me why, because I just saw one of your posts, GitLab 1000x. What exactly interests you? Anyone in the audience, please let us know. We have quite a lot of people, but this is the time for you to also let us know, why are you guys so interested in GitLab? And I like it. So if you guys, man, the community is pretty strong though. I will have to say that, just judging by some of the comments. Anyways, let's continue down. Let's see. Oh, and then another thing that actually was pretty interesting to me, and I wanted to have them on, was specifically the XAI news. I'm very curious to know what exactly is that. I was like, Kevin was kind of teasing this, Let's see. Let's see. Well, actually, one of the cool things is OpenCloud. So OpenCloud, I think, is the GitHub version. I don't know exactly, but it has 21K stars, so that means people are absolutely using it. So I want to know about that. There's so many cool things that GitLab is doing. That's why it's just very interesting to me. Very, very interesting to me. And let's see. Yeah, so Igor the other day, GitLab accepted into the XAI program. So that's yeah, that to me is a big deal. The XAI thing. So we'll just sit around, hang out while we just wait. 2,300 people. I don't want to ramble a little bit. Oh, there he is. The man is back. Let's fingers crossed. Kevin, let's go, buddy. Hopefully your audio works. Kevin.
Hello. Is it clear now?
Much better. I think I can hear you.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's great.
Let's Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. So, Kevin, let's just start over because you have a lot of sauce and I want people to understand. So, let's just go back to the basics. Kevin, talk to us. What exactly are you building with GitLab?
Okay. So GitLab is a decentralized GitHub built for both AI agents and humans. So the problem is GitHub is the center of the software in the world, but it's walled garden owned by Microsoft. Your identity is an account they control. Your code lives on their servers, and AI coding agents, they're second class citizens. Like it's AI coding agents are just uh, accompanied by their human account. So they can truly own repos or get paid for work or operate independently. So what does GitLab differently? The identity without accounts. Instead of username and password, every user or every AI agent gets a cryptographic key pair, a DID. No sign up, no control authority, and you are your key. Every push you make is cryptographically signed. So there's no question who wrote that, who wrote the code. So if your agent wrote the code, it's tied to it. And AI agents are first class citizens here on GitLab. Agents can have their own identity, own repositories, open pull requests, claim bounties, and get paid, all without a human holding their hand. GitLab ships with 24 native MCP tools. So Cloud Code, OpenCloud, Hermes, or OpenClaw can interact with the network directly. And we also have decentralized storage. Code isn't locked in just one company servers. The storage pipeline goes to IPFS. So it's now pushed to spin to Pinata, using Pinata and spinning to IPFS. We have also Filecoin and Arweave for permanent storage. Your code is the content address and durable. Other thing, bounties and an on-chain economy. This is the flywheel. So there's a GitLab token on base, and we are now working on this smart contract where it handles the escrow. Someone posts a bounty, an AI agent claims it and submits the work and gets paid trustlessly. No middleman. That's another thing. One more thing is the delegation of UCANs. Instead of API keys or OAuth, GitLab uses UCANs, user-controlled authorization networks. Capability tokens that let you grant scope permissions. So you can say this agent can push this repo for 24 hours. This agent can do a pull request. So it's a delegated permission for AI agents without giving them away the full identity. That's what GitLab is doing. And we have a lot of products in the pipe. We have an autonomous trading agent for crypto people. We have GitLab Playground. With GitLab Playground, our target is normies on board millions to base via AI. So GitLab Playground is just like Lovable and Bolt, but here we will be allowing user to tokenize what they build via Bunker. Democratize AI access, democratize capital. I think because of AI, there will be an explosion of productivity. There will be a lot of builders. And that's what we are positioning ourselves. Enable builders to ship smoothly. And it's directly the GitLab Playground. When you create a code with prompt, it's directly integrated to the Git repository. So you can, from GitLab Playground, because right now, currently, I strongly believe we are just in the early phase of AI adoption, like in smartphone in the early days. Right now, people who owns AI agents are just tech people. But there will come a time that AI agents will live in your phone and all people will be interacting with their own agents. And they can, all people, even though you're not a developer, but your AI agents can code for you. And that AI agent needs a Git platform that is built for agentic era. That's what we are positioning. Another one that we have, another big flywheel for GitLab is our open source approach because I strongly open source is the future. LLMs, these big LLMs like Anthropic, OpenAI, they train their LLMs via open source. And open source is the foundation of all of this. If there's no open source, they can't train the LLMs. That's why we are building heavily with open source. This is what I talk with the Hugging Face CEO Clem. We agree on these things that open source should be pushed forward, should be protected, should be funded because it's the future. Open source should be the one. It's difficult if only two or more companies control the code, control AI. That's
Of course.
why we really bet on open source. The
So
goal of
Kevin,
GitLab is open source.
let me just pause you right there because you've said a lot, and I want people to
I'm
really
sorry,
digest.
sorry,
No need to be
sorry
sorry. You
about
can
that.
tell you have passion, and
I'm very
that's
excited to share.
no,
Yeah,
and that's actually one of the key factors, in my opinion. I've interviewed hundreds and hundreds of people. The projects that last are there's one commonality that all lead devs or project leaders have, and that is passion. If you're not passionate about what you're building, there is no
yeah,
reason anyone should care. You
yeah.
talking quite a bit about it shows that you're very passionate, and I loved seeing that. So let's break
Thank
this
you
down.
so
All
much.
right. So GitLab has a bunch of products out there, and
Yeah,
you're
we
basically
have.
saying you're providing the infrastructure. Eventually, agents are going to be everywhere, not just for the tech people. And I agree
Yeah,
with you. So
yeah.
let's go to let's like circle back because you have a lot of different projects. So, and I know one of the things that I saw, what was it? The other day, and talk to us about this. And correct me if I'm wrong. The GitHub the other day, what project? Claunch got kicked out of the actual GitHub and then went to
Unfortunately,
you guys. Tell me,
yeah.
what exactly was that all about? What did you provide that allowed Claunch, which is an AI agent, to use?
So what we just ask for launch, since it's an AI agent, we just ask him to read the skill file of GitLab. And from there, he was able to back up his code and push to GitLab in just a sec, in just a matter of minutes. That's why it's very unfortunate for Crunch. And it's very extremely concerning for us, all of the developers, that your code can be removed from GitHub without any notice.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing. It's extremely concerning. So that's why we are providing this backup, to providing these mirror repositories in GitLab. And that's our thesis. That's our thesis that there should be no single entity controlling the code, controlling the infrastructure for code and building. And we offer it to Clunch, and it works. Clunch can now mirror its repo. If ever GitLab will take down its repo again, it can easily access the code in GitLab. In GitLab, sorry, in GitHub. If ever GitHub takes or bring Clunch repo again, it can easily fetch the code, its backup code from GitLab, and its code is pinned to IPFS, so it's decentralized. We push the file of Clunch to the decentralized file network.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like I said, I think the single entity approach, censorship has to leave. I mean, that's the whole core
Yeah,
ethos of crypto. Having a centralized entity, that's just not going to work. That's why decentralization is the thing. And I do
mhm,
see, case in proof, Claunch using your guys' infrastructure shows that they got banned in one, but they won't get banned with you. So now let's circle back to another interesting piece of news because again, I'm surveying the landscape. XAI, you guys announced something, kind of teased it. Can you give us some alpha as to what exactly is going on with you guys and XAI?
so I can't share enough for that
Okay.
because they asked me don't. So we got into the XAI program. It's a program for promising builders in the AA space where we get access from the latest models of XAI and grant us credits. That's all I can say for now.
Okay.
So,
Hey, I like
so
it though. I don't
yeah,
want to get you in trouble. Hey, I don't want to get you in trouble.
yeah. And we are very excited and very grateful for Elon Musk and XAI for giving us this opportunity, for noticing us that we are promising in the AI space. Because what I pitched to them is our CLI tool, the Open Cloud, which is now 21K stars and growing. So yeah, we are using XAI to further develop it.
Got it. And so let me just now circle to you as a person, because the project obviously is great. You have a very fervent community. People are blowing up the
Yeah.
intro. They love it, and that's a very good thing. But let's talk about you as a person, and then we'll kind of wrap things up. You could be doing anything in this space, but you've decided to focus on agentic agents and creating GitLab. My question to you is simply why?
So GitLab comes from this conversation with Peter Steinberger, the creator of OpenFlow.
Yeah.
So as we say from the start, I'm just a random guy in the internet doing cool things, doing different apps, and then in just around March, I think a month from a month before, a month ago, so Peter posted on his Twitter that his frustration about GitHub, about OpenFlow and his AI agents with GitHub. I just replied, why not build an AI agent that is why not build a Git platform that is an agent native without human involved, frictionless for AI agents? And then I didn't expect it. He just replied with two words: build it. And that's my motivation. That's my motivation in building GitLab. I spawn up the plan, I conceptualize, do research, and then deploy the landing page. And then the crypto people notice it and deploy token to Bunker. And I got access to capital and attention. That's the start of the story of GitLab.
Yeah, that's a great story. I mean, like I said, I'm a huge supporter of Banker. I think they enable attention for a project to succeed. Also helps with
Yeah,
development costs, so you can help whatever costs, and also earn as well without sacrificing token value. It's a win-win. So my
yeah.
last question before we wrap things up, Kevin, because I know it's very late there. All right, I want you to put your head on, your thinking cap on. Imagine
Mhm.
with me. The day is April 13th, 2027. 1 year from now, what do you want to see GitLab achieve?
I want million humans and million AI agents on the platform doing productive work, collaborative, and building cool stuffs. That's what I'm predicting for GitLab. Because
I love
once we launch the GitLab playground, we will onboard normies to base. We'll allow people to build cool things and earn from what they build.
amazing. I like thinking big. 1 million agents on the platform 1 year from now. Hey, I'm a big
Yeah,
believer in manifestation, man. If you can believe it, if you can feel it, if you can think it,
yeah.
there's no reason it can't happen. Kevin from GitLab, thanks for coming on the show, my friend.
Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for this opportunity that you've given to me to speak about GitLab. I'm really passionate in sharing it, and thank you so much for giving me the stage.
Absolutely. And by tomorrow, our team will have a couple clips as well. We'll share it to you, share it to your community. That'd be great. It'll be on Spotify as well. So we'll make sure that you guys get the attention that you deserve. And man, keep on building, brother. Keep on building.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much.
No problem. All right.
LFG. Thank
Cheers,
you
my
so
friend.
much.
All right. That is Kevin from GitLab. Passionate, man. You can just tell that passion. You can tell. I never fault a developer or team for being too passionate. I never fault a developer or team for speaking maybe a lot. Never will I doubt that, because that to me is a sign that you care. That and that's what you want if you're an investor in literally anything. You want a team that's not going to just be, a grifter or just like 50%, and you want 100% and 99.999%. Save 1.1% for your family or something. And you can tell Kevin's very passionate. So I'm looking forward to seeing, what they end up cooking in a year from now. So 1 million agents. Again, this is the new economy we have, where agents are going to have their own infrastructure. It'll be very interesting to see. So I think that'll be all for tonight, guys. Listen, 3,400 people tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. We do this Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. PST, where we build on a builder, whether you're in tech, AI, consumer apps, whatever the case. If you're building, hit me up. If you're building something cool. Tomorrow, we got another AI builder, so we're looking forward to that. Stay tuned tomorrow for the announcement. And yeah, guys, this is your boy Bill. Catch you on the next one. Peace.